Hello everyone, it's Becky Bamboo. How is everybody doing? Today is Friday, June 24th of 2016. So I am now 13 weeks post-op from my anterior and posterior L4-5 lumbar spinal fusion. I will get it out. Things have been going really well for me. I know I haven't updated you guys in a little while, and there's a reason, kind of a reason, I guess. The last several weeks for me have been basically pretty much the same. Like, I feel good for the most part. I still have about one day a week where I'm kind of like, and typically it's on Mondays. I think that's just because I'm busy through the weekend with my kids being at home and my husband being at home, and usually we're a lot more active. So Monday's kind of a down day for me. But the rest of the week I usually feel pretty fantastic. So definitely, you know, nothing to complain about. I haven't updated because I don't feel like I need to come on here every week and say, it's week 10, it's week 11, it's week 12, and you know, I'm doing fine, and just tell you the same stuff. So I've kind of just avoided doing that. And really the last few weeks, I've been what I would call playing catch up in my life. I have been spending a lot of time with my kids, a lot of time with my husband, a lot of time with my girlfriends, basically kind of making up for the time that I lost the last year. I've been trying to do some reconnecting to the people that matter most in my life. So that hasn't left me a terribly large amount of free time. I've had a lot of stuff going on. So I just decided I would take a little bit of a break from doing the routine weekly update that tells you nothing other than I'm still alive and I'm fine, which most y'all still follow me on Facebook, so y'all know that because I post all the time. So no reason to be telling you the same thing. But so yesterday I had to follow up with my PCP, my primary care doctor. I saw him for pre-op clearance, so he requested to see me again post-operatively, and that was yesterday. So I had two problems to talk to him about. Number one is on Sunday of this last weekend, Father's Day, I was sitting down holding my daughter, and I stood up while I was holding her, and I felt a pull in my belly incision. And ever since then, I've had some periods of discomfort with that. So I wanted to talk to him about that. He believes I just probably tore a little scar tissue in there, and that it's going to be sore until it heals, and it's going to take a little while. Doesn't think it's anything major, nothing to really worry about, but I still wanted to discuss it since I was seeing him anyway. The other thing is that I had a retained suture in one of the incisions in my back. When the PA was removing my sutures when I was like a month post-op, she said, I think I've gotten all of them. There may be one that I've missed. And, you know, don't panic if you start feeling it coming out. What happens is with nylon sutures, they work themselves to the surface basically, and your body kind of pushes them out. So that's what happened. Didn't feel it, didn't see it forever, and then all of a sudden it just kind of started popping out. At first I thought it was just a scab, and then I realized, wait a minute, this has like been around for a couple of weeks now and it's not going away. So I started having my husband look at it, and he's like, yeah, it's a suture. So I showed that to the doctor, and he yanked it out of there for me. Don't panic if that ever happens to you. It's not an emergency unless it looks infected. Then you need to see the doctor right away. I saw him yesterday, and I know I see my surgeon again in 2 weeks. So I wasn't really overly concerned about it. It didn't look, I mean, you really couldn't even hardly see it. In fact, when I told him about it yesterday, he's like, no. And I'm like, yes. So I made him look, and he's like, oh, you're right. There is a suture in there, but it's very hard to see. And it was a pretty good size. It was about the width of what a quarter would be. So, yeah. So anyway, those are the only two things I really had for him. My blood pressure was running a little bit high yesterday. Ever since I've had my second child, my blood pressure's been like crazy. Like sometimes it's high, sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's low. It's been all over the place. So he decided we're just going to monitor it. I have to follow up with him again in a few months just to keep an eye on it so that we can kind of keep track. I have, there's a lot of high blood pressure issues in my family, so a lot of genetic issues there. And my dad is fit as a fiddle and super, super lean and has high blood pressure. So it's not just about the fact that I'm carrying more weight. It's just about the fact that this is a genetic issue. And I requested to continue follow-up because if I need medication for it, I would rather you go ahead and prescribe it rather than me risk having a stroke or a heart attack or something like that. So we're just going to keep monitoring it for now and go from there. And I'm just like riding the border, basically. He's like, it's not high enough that I want to give you anything, but it's high enough we need to kind of keep an eye on. So that's good. The other thing that was really kind of nice yesterday was when I got to the doctor, and they always weigh you, and he first thing he said when he sat down was like, wow, you've lost 15 pounds since you were here pre-op. Yes, I have. So I've been really working at it the last month. I've been very mindful of my portions and eating and taking my Plexus religiously. And that's one thing I want to talk about briefly is Plexus has come out with one new product, and they've revamped an older product to make it even better. So let me talk about the new one. The new one is called Edge. Edge is like an all-natural energy supplement. It gives you a ton of energy without like the crash you would get from an energy drink or something like that. It does have caffeine in it, equivalent to 1 cup of coffee, so not a ton of it, but a little bit nonetheless. So if you're super caffeine sensitive, it may not be a good product for you. But if you're looking for a supplement that will give you energy and is not full of a bunch of processed shit, then you might want to check Edge out. It's really, today is the first day that I started taking it. I just got my new products in yesterday, and I can tell a huge difference just day one taking it. So I feel like I have a lot of spunk today. I'm not dragging to get stuff done, and my day started off really rough. I was really like sick to my stomach this morning when I got up, and I thought, man, today's gonna really suck. But it just kind of brought me out of that. So I'm anxious to see how it does over the next month. It is safe to take every day. It's just got a lot of vitamins, and basically the deal with Plexus is everything is all natural. There's nothing, no chemical, no nasty shit in there to kind of give you that alternative high and then the crash. So I'm really excited to see how it does. The other thing is they revamped our product called Block, and Block you take before your 2 largest meals of the day. The old Block you had to take a half hour before you ate, which for me was extremely difficult because I don't always eat on a schedule, and I would think about it when I would sit down to eat, and I'm like, well, dinner's ready now, so forget it. So I didn't take Block as religiously as I would have liked to have. Block is designed to block up to 48% of the carbohydrates you eat from converting to basically converting to glucose in your body, converting to sugar. And we all know that sugar converts to fat. So it's a really great product, and I've always noticed with the old Block that when I would take it, I would eat much less out of what I would normally eat at a meal. It gave you a very full feeling for a long period of time, and they are telling me that the new Block is even better because now you can take it literally when you sit down to eat. So as long as you have the pill bottle in your purse or with you or whatever, even if you're out, you can just take it right when you're getting ready to eat. And the reviews that I've been hearing are fantastic, especially for weight loss surgery patients who already have a reduced stomach capacity, and they're saying that they can eat very, very small portions like what we would do in our honeymoon phase after weight loss surgery. So really great product. I haven't got a chance to try it yet today. I was going to take it with my lunch today and my dinner, but I ended up eating a super lean, really low carb salad for lunch. So I'm like, there's just no point to it because it would just be a waste. So I will be taking it tonight because I'm eating pizza tonight. So it'll be a good opportunity for me to really test it out and see if I notice a difference from the old block. But I am really, really excited about that. So Plexus doing great things for me, making me feel, you know, the best I've felt in years. And the doctor even told me yesterday, you look better than you have in years. Your color is better. Your sinuses are better. I've a chronic sinus issue. And he's like, you know, this is the healthiest I've seen you in a very long time. So something to be said for what I'm doing. It's not just about eating right. The supplements and the vitamins and everything that I am taking with Plexus is what's truly helping my health, my overall health. My gut is in check. Getting your gut in check helps your immune system immensely. So, I think that's why I haven't had the sinus infections and stuff. I have had a couple of colds over the last 6 months, and my body's been able to fight them off. And I've been taking Plexus for 6 months now. So I have not had to take antibiotics other than when I had to take them post-op for my spinal fusion. But other than that, like no sinus infection, that kind of stuff. So something to be said for that. So real quick, I haven't done a body shot in like ages. So I thought, while I'm feeling pretty good today and my weight is coming back down, I'm going to take advantage of that. So this is how I'm looking these days. I think that Facebook does us injustice because we can show you from here up, and most of us, we look pretty good from the neck up, you know? So this is how I'm looking. I'm definitely not slender. I'm not slim. I have a long way to go yet, but I feel good. So, and I'm positive and I'm motivated, and I think it's a lot different for me this go round. I've had weight loss surgery. I've lost 200 pounds, more than 200 pounds, put weight back on, had 2 kids, very severe spine injury. So I'm working my way back from that, and I have a very different perspective on my body now than what I ever have. I think some of that comes with age. I think some of that comes with being a mother and having birthed 2 children. I think a lot of it for me right now is that my body is coming back from the most miserable state I could imagine being in. I have a very different appreciation for life without pain. So this body, though it's not perfect, it's not beautiful, it gets me where I need to go. It's providing me a mechanism to enjoy my life and my kids and my family and my friends. And I'm just treating it a lot better these days because I think I appreciate my health more now than probably I ever have. Even at 430 pounds, I didn't appreciate the gastric bypass as much as I do what I'm doing for myself right now. It's taking a lot more consistent work on my part to be losing this weight. So 15 pounds down in the last month is tremendous. It takes a big chunk out of that 50 that I wanted to lose. So yeah, I'm in a good place right now. I'm really in a good place. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys and let you know I'm still alive, I'm still doing well, and I would love to share this blessing of Plexus with some of you. I know there's plenty of you out there who are struggling with weight regain post-weight loss surgery, and I can tell you these products will change your life. If you take them as they're designed to be taken, your appetite's gonna go, your craving of crap is gonna go, and you don't have to go through like the severe detox of like, oh, I need to do the 5-day pouch test and all that shit. You don't have to do all that. You can just start eating more sensible meals, and it just kind of falls into place over time. So, hit me up if I can give you some more information. I would love to do that. Look me up on Facebook or whatever, and those of you who are Facebook friends of mine, it's very easy to get a hold of me that way. Yeah, so doing great. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Mwah!